Here. All right, so welcome everybody to the Apex Trader Funding webinar. Like I said, appreciate you joining us tonight. And as always, got to throw up some disclosures. Trading involves risk. Make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. You can take a second to read through there. This webinar, by the way, will be recorded. Tonight, wanted to talk a little bit about our super sale. I'm sure you guys have gotten texts and emails and all kind of notifications about that. We're going to run through that real quick. I'm going to go through some troubleshooting steps. What we've kind of done here over the last few weeks is taken note of what are some of the most common things that new members or any member might encounter. What are some of the common things that have come into the help desk, and want to address some of those here. I'll be recording everything as well to use ongoing for those troubleshooting there. So like I said, some common questions, misconceptions. So this really is not going to be a Q&A webinar. We've got a lot of information, a lot of ground, so please follow along. We're going to go through some good stuff. And like I said, the recording will be available, okay? So I'm sure you guys have all seen this and seen this video, the super sale. We appreciate all of you guys that have come on board to the Apex Trader Funding family over the last month here. You've made it a great launch for us, a great great month. And when we kicked off, we were offering 30% off, but we just want to say a thank you, to kind of our charter members here, those of you that have been with us. And I know some of you that are with us from day one, you've got some renewals coming up over the next week or two, right? And so we came up with this super sale. There's a coupon code for it, SAVE50, okay, SAVE 50. This is good for up to 10 accounts. This will apply to any new accounts from now until November the 15th, okay? And in the past, some coupon codes that we've had or some offers we've had, the discount only applied to the first month, okay? It did not apply to the ongoing months and rebills, okay? Well, that is different here. This special thank you super sale, it not only applies to your first month, but also any future recurring months, okay? That one will work as well, okay? Eamon, that one will work as well, either one. But so it not only applies to this first month or this, your first month, but also any future recurring, okay, on these particular accounts for any new accounts created now till November 15th. Now, this does not apply to, paid accounts. This does not apply to resets or extra data feeds. This is in regards to new evaluation accounts now till November the 15th, okay? Doesn't apply to existing accounts. You can't transfer it over to existing accounts, all right? But any new accounts created now until then. So we have some different specials that go on. This is by far the best one we've ever offered and at this point ever planned to. So definitely take advantage of it. 50% off, not only your first month, but all the recurring months as well, okay? Make sure to use the coupon code though, guys, okay? SAVE50. Or some of y'all, over at Apex have another one, same thing, okay? Same discount. Because our coupon codes can't be adjusted or altered or backdated in the system after an order's been placed, so make sure to use the coupon code. Now, even though I say this does not apply to existing accounts, meaning we can't roll it over in the system, you can cancel out your existing accounts, okay? And just sign up for new ones to take advantage of this, especially for those of you that might have a renewal date coming up here pretty soon. And let's say you've got a renewal date coming up and that renewal is going to renew at full price, right? Maybe over the last month you signed up and got a 30% discount on your first month, but your second month, the renewal coming up here will be at full price. Well, you can go in and cancel that account if you like, okay? That way you're not about to get a renewal charge for full price, and just sign up for new accounts, use this coupon code, get 50% off, of this next month and every month thereafter on that account. Save yourself a lot of money, especially if you're close to renewal and let's say, hey, right now I'm not doing great in my eval. Now, if you're doing really good in your eval account and you're close to hitting your profit goal, then you may want to hang on to that, obviously, right? But let's say, hey, I hadn't had a good few days and I'm not really doing well on my eval. So yeah, I just want to go ahead and cancel out the one I have so I don't get this other charge and just sign up for a new one at the discounted price, be set back to my full balance, my full trailing stop, you can do that. No problem at all. Okay, do whatever's best for you there, but the option is there. All you got to do to cancel your existing one is just sign in, go into your back office and hit cancel. Okay, if you had used PayPal in the past and you don't see the cancel button there, just log into your PayPal account and cancel it. Okay, and then you can hop on and sign up for a brand new one, use the coupon code, save a ton of money, start fresh with a full balance and full trail. Okay, does that all make sense? Do you see the benefit of that there? I'm not trying to teach you how to cheat the system. I'm just saying we're allowing you to do that. If you want to get rid of the old ones you had, sign up brand new at the lower price, go for it. Okay, we're offering that to you again as a big thank you for all of you that have hopped on board with us over the last month. And like I said, this is good until the coupon code will be good until November the 15th. So any accounts signed up for between now and then, this will apply to up to 10 accounts. Again, does not apply to the funded paid accounts or data feeds or resets. It's just for the monthly evaluation packages. Okay. Any questions about this sale here in particular? Everybody understand? Okay, well, don't wait. Like I said, hop on it now, get those going. Some of you do have some renewals coming up even here in just a few days. So decide if you want to keep the account you have or just start fresh at the lower price and brand new limits. Okay, so take advantage of that. So let's jump into some common questions here. Okay, wanted to really talk about some of these. We get quite a few questions that come into the Apex Help Desk or by the chat or even by phone. Okay. So, Terrence, for those of you that are asking, check out the recording here. These discounts do not apply to paid performance accounts, PAs. Okay. All right. So some common questions here. If I have 10 accounts, do I have to qualify in each account? So we've actually had this question, believe it or not. Somebody will say, hey, I signed up for the $50,000 account. Okay. And I see that the profit goal is $3,000. Well, if I signed up for 10 accounts, can I just do 300 in each account and that equals 3,000 and then I pass it? No, that's per account. Okay. If you have one account, 5 account, or 10 accounts, you have to qualify in each account. Okay. Can I hold overnight? Okay. Well, this is clearly in the video walkthroughs. This is in all the FAQs. All trades must be closed by 4:59. Okay, or as you've seen, it'll fail your eval account. You cannot hold overnight or over the weekend. Make sure all trades are closed by 4:59. Okay. Hey, I've worked with other funding companies in the past, and this funding company has this type of special plan, and then this one has this type of special plan, and another special plan, and this one has a certain trailing, but then they offer another trailing. Will you change the trailing structure just for me? Unfortunately, no, I'm sorry, we can't do that. Our trailing structure is set. Okay, we do have some, multiple different packages to choose from. We've got some packages with the trailing thresholds. We do have a 100K package that has a static threshold. We've got options there, but we are not able to change those. Same with the payout schedule. Hey, can you make an exception for me and pay out early, but pay this different percentage, and I'll do a different. Our structure is our structure. It's laid out very clearly. We're not able to go through and adjust all those things. Okay. So the structure is set. We're not able to change that. Okay. Well, other companies do it like this, or this one company had this, or this one company had that. Well, this is Apex Trader Funding, and we have our plans, and we have our structures, and everything is set in place, and that's how they are. We're not able to change those around. Okay. Sure, at times in the future, may we come up with a different package or a different offer, or like we're doing now, a different special? Absolutely. Okay. Another big question we go, and by the way, congratulations. We had, I think, just in the last 7 or 10 days here, we had over 100 people. Marion, correct me if I'm wrong, or Chris, it might be a lot more than that now, closer to 150 people that have qualified, passed their evaluation account, and gotten a paid trading paid live trading account. So congratulations, that is awesome. I think the last time I checked was in the 120 something a couple of days ago. So congratulations. But as you know, per the rules, we do require a minimum of 10 trading days, okay? And for our system to recognize, hey, this person is qualified, they've passed their evaluation, they've met the profit goals, and they've traded for 10 days, we do have to have that 10th day finish and be over with, and at midnight our report comes out, okay? And every morning that is checked, that's gone through, emails are sent out to you, contracts are sent out to you, and the paid performance funding accounts are, working towards being set up. Okay, so be patient with that. We have some people that say, hey, today's day 10 and I just placed my last trade like 30 minutes ago. Why don't you have me an account? Okay, so again, you have to finish out the 10 days, give us till that 11th morning for the system to spit out the report, and we'll start getting that information out to you. Okay, so be patient with us. That's how it works there. Technically, in our terms of use, we do have 48 hours to get that done, but we've been getting that done a lot quicker. Just got to be patient with us to get that report the next morning, start getting it out. Okay. Extra accounts. Some people say, hey, where do I get extra accounts, or where do I buy these extra data from? Okay. Well, all you have to do is log in to your back office. Okay. And you can go right up here. Okay, you can sign, hey, I've got a couple accounts now, I want to sign up for another one, just go and sign up. Okay, use the coupon code SAVE50. Okay, if you want data feeds here, if you want to get the extra logins, if you want to get the market depth, you want to get some of that, it's all right here under data feeds. Okay, so all you got to do is sign into your account and go there, and that's where you can get those extra data and so on. Okay, and again, you can find out more information about using those data feeds, what's the point of those, in our FAQ section, and show you how to use some of those. Okay, all right, so now I want to jump into probably one of the biggest questions we get, and I want to help you understand it here. Okay, so this is going to be a big section here. Like I said, it's not much of a Q&A webinar tonight. Got to keep rolling, got a lot of information here to cover. But if you follow along, this is really going to help you. So the trailing threshold, okay, and the trailing stop. Let me ask you a couple questions here, okay? When you're trading, not even with Apex Trader Funding, but let's say when you were trading your own live account or anything. When you get into a trade and you place an order, do you watch your P&L while you trade? Like, do you know where you're at during the trade? Do you know whether you're profitable or whether you're losing? Like, do you pay attention to that at all? I would sure think we all do, right? Okay. Or do you just trade all day, and at the end of the day, you'll look at your account balance and say, well, I guess I was up today, or well, I guess I was down today. I don't know. Or do you watch every single trade you make? Do you look at it right there on the screen in front of you, and you know when it's up, you know when it's down? I'm pretty sure you do, because I'm pretty sure every tick for you, your heart's beating good. Every tick against you, it's beating a little faster and you're breathing a little heavier, right? Let's be honest, we all do that, okay? I don't think very many of us, just at the end of the day, get on the phone and call our broker and say, hey, I know where my account balance was this morning. I traded like 100 times today. I see where it is now. Will you go through every trade with me and tell me every one what the profit or loss was? Or what was the highest point of each and every trade or lowest point? You don't need to do that because you know where you were, right? You know the trades you're placing. You know how they were. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? And honestly, your broker's not going to do that for you, are they? Your broker's not going to go through every single trade and walk you through it. Well, you entered this one at this time, so let's look at a chart. Well, you would have got in here and it went up to here. That's your responsibility, right? Your broker is going to say, well, look at your history. Look at your screen. Pull up your trades. We all watch our trades. We watch every trade start to finish. We know what happened during that trade, right? So let me ask you another thing. Do you watch a trade and say, oh, I'm up 10 ticks, I'm up 15 ticks, I'm up 20 ticks, close the trade? Oh, wait, 22 ticks, okay, close the trade. Then do you have a scratch sheet of paper next to your computer where you say, okay, 22 ticks times $5 a tick equals $110. So I'm up $110. Let me make a note. Or do you just look on the screen and see your P&L? You don't sit there and manually do that math yourself, do you? Okay, well, I was down 7 ticks, so let me times that. Let me put it on my scratch sheet here. You just look at what's right in front of you. We all do that. That's what it's for. That's why it's there. Okay? So you can do that with your trailing threshold as well. And what we found is that most people are not doing that. Okay? And that's part of the biggest reason of some confusion about, hey, why did I fail this account? Why did this account fail? How did I get stopped out on this account? Okay? So let's talk real quick about static versus trailing. All right? If you look at the packages that we offer, we've got all kind of different packages here, right? Okay, 25, 50, 75, and you see the trailing threshold on each plan is different. Okay? But then down here we do have a 100K static account, okay, where it's just a static non-trailing stop of 625. Okay? So that means if you have a $100,000 account, okay, and you have the static account, then your stop is set at 99,375, right? That's the balance you cannot go below. All right, if you go below that balance, 99,375, then you will not pass that evaluation account. Okay? It doesn't move, it doesn't change. And if that's what you're looking for and that's what you want, then that's the account for you. Okay? Now, the other accounts do have a trailing threshold, meaning the stop moves, the threshold moves up. We're going to talk about that. Well, what are some benefits to that? Well, the benefit to the static is you know right where it is, right? You don't have to worry about keeping track of the trail or anything like that. You know right where it is. But what's the downside to the static? 625 bucks, right? That's it. Compared to some of these others have a trailing threshold, but you start off with $5,000 a room or $6,500 a room, or $4,000, depending on which package. Okay, so we do offer a static plan. Okay, we also offer the trailing plans. All right, and it's very, very important to understand how the trailing threshold works, because that's the whole point of being able to pass an evaluation account and get yourself a funded paid account. Is you have to understand how the rules work. You have to understand how the trailing threshold work. Where is it explained? Well, we cover it in depth in our FAQ. All you got to do is type it in. We've got tons of information in there about it. We've got examples in there about it. Literally on the homepage of the Apex website, over here on the homepage of Apex Trader Funding, the very first video right here, Daryl goes through about
just Ninja,
12 minutes in.
I haven't seen any other company. It's $2,500, and this is
not
on the
only does he
evaluation.
talk
After
about
the evaluation,
it,
I'll go over
stops the
funded
video,
company.
gets up, and draws out examples for you on a whiteboard.
Start over here.
Okay, to make sure you understand it. All right, and then afterwards,
you just
goes
back
back
to your poison. The end of the day is nice,
shows you
but
all kind of examples
the fact
about
is,
it on the whiteboard. Then at the end goes back to showing,
And then one question was, do you have to have Apex Investing membership to have Apex Trader Funding membership?
There's a lot of information about how the trailing threshold works, okay, and why it works that way. Yes, other companies have different ways of doing it. Some only offer trailing, some only offer static, some only offer end of day, some offer per trade. There's a bunch of different ways, okay? And again, this is our structure. This is how it is set up. So it's very important that you go through and understand how it works. Okay. So I want to go through a really quick example with you and show you some examples of how it works. and a video that I recorded earlier today of some live trades, because we've had a lot of confusion about that. People say, hey, how does this work? Hey, why was my account blown? And I don't understand. Okay, so I want to go through that with you, because first of all, you do need to understand how it works. But secondly, there should never be a question, because the other big issue we have found is that most people are not following the simple first steps that we've shown, and always having our trader up. Because in our trader, what does it say right here? It literally shows you. Okay, and as you're trading, and as your profits going up, and as your trailing thresholds going up, it will update live in front of you, right in front of your face. That's why I asked those leading questions earlier about when you're trading, are you watching it? Are you looking at it right in front of you? Are you seeing your P&L? Then you should also be seeing your trailing threshold. It's always very clear right in front of you exactly where you are. It should never surprise you. It should never come up and bite you in the butt. It should never be like, well, I don't understand. How was I even close to my trailing threshold? It's literally right here. Okay? It's literally right there for you to see. Okay? So let me walk through a couple things here. Okay? No, this does not show for funded accounts only, Greg. This is for eval accounts. Okay, again, it's literally the first steps that are emailed to you. It's literally the first steps that are in your back office of when you set up our trader, and the very next video show you exactly how to monitor that. As soon as you sign up for your evaluation account, you literally have our trader right there to be able to show you exactly what your balance is and exactly what your trailing threshold is. Okay. Somebody says, please do training videos on Rhythmic software. It's already there. They're already all on the website. They're literally in our FAQs. It's all there. Okay. You also want to always, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, you also want to always have our trader up, because what happens if your Ninja trader locks up, you need to close a trade? Our trader is where you close that trade. Okay. And we'll talk about that some more as well. So just a real quick overview, then I want to show some examples. Okay, so we're going to use an example of a $50,000 eval account, which has a $2,500 max loss, right? So that means starting off, we'll have $50,000 in the evaluation account, and our threshold will be $2,500 behind that, which would be $47,500, right? Okay. So let's say you have a trade and you make $500 on the trade. Now your balance is at $50,500. Your trailing threshold will be $2,500 behind that, right? Makes sense? So now it's at $48,000 instead of $47,500. Now, so that's where your trailing threshold is. Your trailing threshold never goes down. It only goes up based on your highest account balance. So now let's say the next trade you actually lose $100. So now the balance in your account went down $100. It's only at $50,400. But your threshold still stays the same at $48,000. Okay? So now let's say your next trade, you're in a live trade. And how many of you had this? You're in a live trade, you make 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, right? It's going up. But then it starts to come back down against you and you exit, right? We all understand that. We've all done that, right? It's going up, 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 up. Say we were up $600. But then it started to come back down against us. We closed it out. So when we closed it out, we were only up $500. We've all been there, right? Well, your trailing drawdown trails to the highest point of a trade, live, open, the highest balance. So now, okay, your balance is at $50,900. Your threshold is going to be $2,500 behind that highest balance while in an open trade. Does that make sense? Now I want to do it a little bit differently here. Okay. Let me just move this over. Okay, we're going to walk through this. This might be a little painful, but if you understand this, it makes all the difference here. Okay, so we're going to use some very, very basic examples. Okay, so somebody says, well, why do you set the trailing like that? It's like a speed bump in front of us. Well, let me ask a question, Greg. If you were going to go start a funding company and you were going to fund other traders, do you want to know that they can be consistent and that they can trade and be consistent and grow consistently and slowly each day? Or that they might be shoot up $10,000, then shoot down $7,000 and shoot up erratic? So the whole point of trader funding is a long-term relationship, showing that you can be consistent. And our big $300,000 account starts off with a $7,500 drawdown. That's huge. Okay, so that's the reason that's there. Okay, I mean, literally, some of these accounts are starting you off with a $7,000 drawdown. The point is, that way you're not letting something go 10, 15, 20, $30,000 in profit, but not going to be smart enough to take that money off the table. And you're going to let it come all the way back down, right? $20,000 against you. Does that make sense, Greg? I'm not calling you out. You asked a perfectly legitimate question that really set me up here to explain this, okay? Because that's not what we're looking for, obviously, to fund traders. But also, it's not really what you want to look for yourself either. You want consistent growth, not erratic as well. Make sense? So I'm going to use a real basic example here because I want you to understand that, okay? So, and this is a basic chart. These are 30 tick charts. Okay, so I want to use just a real basic example here. Let's just say that we're starting off, okay, with a $50,000 balance, and so our trailing threshold is at 47,500. Right? That's how it is when we first sign up. So we've got a $2,500 trail. And again, I'm just using the 50 as an example. So these are big 30 tick charts. Let's say, for example, that you went short right here. Okay, that is not at all the one I want to be using. Let's just say that you went short right here. And let's say that you, at the bottom here, you were up $1,000 in profit. Okay, so you're up $1,000 in profit. So you'd be up, your balance would be at 51,000. Okay, so it went up 1,000. So your trail is going to go up 1,000, correct? Everybody understand that? You went up 1,000. So now this would be at 48,500. Okay, but you didn't close the trade because you had your stop set way back up here. Is that legitimate? People do that, right? Hey, I'm going to take this breakout short, but my stop's going to be back up here above all this mess. So the market went in your direction. You're up $1,000. Therefore, your trailing threshold went up $1,000. But you didn't close out the trade. You let the trade go back against you all the way back up here to a stop. Right? So not only did your account balance give back this 1,000, but it might have gone another close to 500 against you, right? So now you're down to 49.5. Your balance is 49.5, but your trail is still 48.5, right? Because it only trailed with your highest point of profit, your highest account balance. Is everybody with me so far right there? Does that make sense? I see some questions coming in. I'm not going to be answering questions right now. I'm only going to be focused on this. Okay, so please follow along. Okay, so do you understand now that what just happened right there? You now only have $1,000 difference between your balance and your trailing threshold of where you could get knocked out. See that? You started with a $2,500 one, but now you only got $1,000 in there. Does everybody see that? And does everybody understand why? I will answer a question right here. Does anybody not understand that right there? You went short, you're up $1,000, so your account was up to 51,000. That means your trail went up 1,000 as well, to the highest point. But then when the market started going against you, your trail stayed there because your profit didn't go up. But you didn't close to way up here, so now your balance is there. Okay? So let's say you ride out some of this crap, you wait for another breakout. Okay? And let's say that you take this right here short again. Like, okay, boom, I'm going to take this short. And let's say you made $2,000 on that move. Okay? So now your account is at what? 51,500. So right now, live right here, your account is the highest it's been yet, correct? 51.5. So your trail, just $2,500, is going to move to $2,500 behind that highest point, correct? So now your trailing is at 49,000. Everybody with me? But the market starts to go back against you here, right? Let's say you got in somewhere right in here, you went short. This pullback was almost a 50% retracement, right? And let's say you get out. So even though you were up, you know, $2,000, you waited for the market to pull back against you almost $1,000 before you got out. Well, your trail is still at 49, but now your account balance is at 50,500. Follow? So market makes that pullback. You think it's going to go short again. You get back in again here. Okay. And let's say you made another $2,000 in this big rundown. So now your account's at 52,500. Okay. Where's your trailing going to be? 50,000, right? Everybody understand that? But again, you didn't take your profits. You didn't close out when you're ahead because you wanted to keep going and going and going, hoping to, you know, get it all done today. And the market pulls all the way back against you to right here, which is about close to where you would have got in. And then you decide to get out. Right? Everybody with me? It pulled all the way back here, close to your entry. So you just gave up $2,000. You're about to where you were. So where's your balance now? 50,500. Because you just lost $2,000, right? But did your trail move at all? No, because it only trails at your highest. It trails behind your highest account value. Make sense? So now how much room do you have? You got $500. Right? See that? So, but what are you thinking in your head? Well, I was up. I did good trades. Look, boom, I made all this money short. Boom, I made all this money short. Right? But now You've only got 500 bucks there. Okay. See that? So what happens here? So the market pulled all the way back up here. Let's say you decided to go short again. Okay. You're like, all right, fine. I'm going to go short again. Just made $1,000. Okay. So now my balance is what? 51,500. Does your trail move? No, because you've been at 51.5 before and it moved. Your trail's not going to go up until you go higher than this highest point you've been at. So your trailing is still at 50,000. But then what happens right here? Because once again, you didn't close out. Came all the way back up against you to your entry. You didn't close out and it came all the way up here. And you lost $1,600. And now your balance is 49,900. Where was your trail? Yeah. It's failed eval. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand that? But in your head, or what we've heard a lot of, is I was never anywhere in any trade was I ever down $2,500 at one time. Something's wrong. The system messed up. There must have been an issue. There must have been a tech problem. You need to fix this. I was never down $2,500 at one time. Do you understand now how that works? Okay. How many of you have ever been in a trade? Maybe you were trend trading, right? Like right here. How many of you ever said, okay, I'm trend trading. So the market went up, then it came down, and I got in about right here. So I got in and I went up, so I was in profit, right? Profit, 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 profit. So if this was your very first trade, as your profit's going up, what's happening with your trailing threshold? It's going up as well, correct? Because it's following behind your growth. How many of you ever been in a trade like this? Oh, I'm going up, 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 up. Oh, wait, now it's coming against me. Now it's coming against me. Now it's coming against me. Oh, let me get out. So you got out of that trade. At one point in this trade, you were up $200. But when you closed the trade, you were down $100, right? But when you're up $200, guess what went up $200? Your trail. When you closed it negative $100, your balance went down $100. So your balance went down 100 towards your trail. Your trail went up 200 towards your balance, closing a gap. Does that make sense? So then you do it again. Here's this pullback, reversal bar, market starts to go up. Okay, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. Now I'm getting higher than where I was. So I'm up another 100, another 100, another 100, another 100. Your trail is going up, 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 up. But then this market pulls back. Boom, 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 boom. And you end up getting out about where you got in. So you didn't make anything on that trade, but did have a trailing threshold go up, 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 up. That makes sense. Yes, it's unrealized profit to the highest point. We've all been there, right? We're in a trade that's going up in our favor, but then it goes down against us and we close out for less money. Okay? No, Jeff. Someone says, I thought the trail only updated at the end of the trading day. That is literally nowhere ever anywhere on our site. In fact, the exact opposite is what's said. And the reasons why we don't do that. It's literally not that. And I'm not judging you, Jeff. A lot of people have been involved with other trading company, other trader funding companies in the past that had end of day drawdown or that had intra-trade drawdowns, or they all work a little different. So a lot of times people just assume this is how it works, so let me start trading. And then when they get kicked out, they're like, what's going on? This isn't right. Yeah, it is. This is our system. And it's literally on the homepage of our website, literally on our main video. Literally, Daryl stops the video, draws it out, and explains it on a whiteboard. Okay? Like, there is no reason to ever question it or not understand what happened, unless either you don't understand how the trailing threshold works with Apex, or because you weren't using RTrader. Let me show you. Okay, so this was a video I took today, this afternoon. Okay, now I'm going to skip through a lot of this video, but I want you to see it. All right, this video I did with a $300,000 account. Okay, and you can see it right here. You see this account number 32? Do you see how the balance is changing right here? Okay, well, I got in the trade back down here. Okay, and obviously I'm looking for it to go long. And as my profit goes up, okay, I want y'all to watch what happens right here. See this auto liquidation? That's my trail. I don't ever have to wonder where it is. I don't ever have to calculate anything. I don't ever have to be surprised. It's not like a snake came up and bit me out of nowhere. I always know where I'm at in relation to that. I always know how close my balance is to where I could get knocked out. So I want y'all to watch as I speed up the video. You see where that, look, where was this number before? See it, like 293,881. Now look what the market's doing. See my profit right here, about 900 bucks. Now as I speed up the video, see we're at 293,881. Oh, market went up. Now, see my balance is higher and you see the trailing's higher. And you can watch and see that number moving. As the profit goes up, the trail goes up. You see it? You don't ever have to wonder. There's no question here. If you use RTrader like we explained to use, you always have this up with your trading. You see exactly where your evaluation account balance is. You see exactly where your threshold is. You see where your trailing stop is. Okay? Do you guys understand that? How many of you, show of hands, how many of you have failed an eval account? It got kicked out. You had to go pay to reset it. And you were like, well, what happened there? I didn't know I was close to my trail. How did that happen? And how many of you did not use RTrader so that it's right in front of you? Do you see how easy that is now? It's literally right there, and you don't have to wonder and calculate it. It does it all for you. You don't have to get with the Apex help desk and go, what happened? Walk me through every trade. Because I'm telling you right now, we're not going to do it. We can't do it. We can't walk you through all your trades. You're the trader. It's every trader's responsibility to know how the trailing works, to know where you are in your trades, and to have our trader up here that does it all for you. Okay? I can show you how you can go pull up all of your trades if you ever want to go through it yourself, but the Apex Trader Help Desk, Trader Funding Help, cannot do that for you. Okay? They cannot go through and explain to you why. They cannot go through 100 trades with you today and say, well, this trade you were in went up this amount this time. You can watch it right there. Now, I want to show you something here. This is very, very important because I'll tell you this. I get it. I get how emotional, how upsetting, and how stressful it is to fail an evaluation account. I've done it in the past. I've done it and it pissed me off and it frustrated me, right? And so I get it, guys. And I also understand this. And I want to show this to you. I'm going to speed this video up. Did y'all see this market today? We're just kept going up, up, up. See, like, so right here, I was up like $3,800. Then it just kept going. Okay. This was another account I was in short at the same time. Notice that one, this one here. You see it? What does this balance say right here? 292,909. Where would I get kicked out? 292,500. I see it coming. It's close. Should that be a surprise to me? Should I wonder where that came from? See this? This account was short. The balance is down to 292,709. If it hits 292,500, that account is dead. That's not a surprise. That's not out of nowhere. I can literally see it. I see to the tick, to the dollar, how far away I am from it. I don't need to let it kill out and then go yell at someone about it. Do I? I can see it. What can I do right there? I can let it go and I can just reset the account and start over. I can close it out. I can reevaluate my trade plan to say, I'm only a couple $100 away from killing this account. Maybe it's not smart for me to go in at 25 contracts next time if I've only got $200 before it's dead, right? Or maybe I should just scalp. Or maybe, right? But okay, so this account's going to die in a minute and you're going to see it die. But I want us to focus on this one above it. 306,000. Now the threshold is at 298,881. Everybody see that? Now watch over here my profit. Sure wish this would have been a live trade today. Okay, so real quick, that short one went below the threshold, so it's dead. But forget about that one. Now where I'm at, I'm up like 9 grand. See how this trailing threshold is growing as well? It's right in front of me. To the dollar, I can see exactly where it is. Okay. Now look, I'm up like almost $11,000. Sure wish that would have been live trade today, huh? Or live funded. So my balance here is 310,000. See how the trail's gone up? 303, because it's trailing $7,500 behind my highest account value. So now let's look. Market comes down, market comes down, market comes down, 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 down. Now I'm only at 7,500 in profit. Down, down. Get that out of the way. Down. Notice my trailing threshold hasn't moved, right? Because it's trailing me from my highest point. What's coming down is what? My balance. So remember, with this $300,000 account, what did I start off with? How big of a trailing threshold did I have? Yeah, $7,500. How much do I have right now between my balance and where I'll get kicked out? About $1,700, right? Everybody see that? Why? Because I let it go way, 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 way up, and I didn't get out of it. I let it come way, 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 way down. See? And it keeps coming, and it keeps coming, and it keeps coming, and it keeps coming. Now where am I? My balance is 305,026, and all it's got to do is hit 304,031, and I'm out. Do you see that? Out. So then what happens? If you're not paying attention, if you don't understand how the trailing threshold works, or if you're not watching it right here in our trader. Show of hands, how many of you have not been watching our trader? It's a lot of hands. But if you're not watching this, what are you thinking to yourself right now when all you see is that you're up $5,600 in profit? You're like, well, damn, I was up more earlier, but I'm doing great. This is where it becomes a mental screw with your head mental thing. Because you're looking at this going, man, I could have made more, but I'm a trading god. I'm a killer. I'm up $5,600. How the hell can Apex Trader Funding tell me that I just failed an evaluation and got kicked out? I'm up $5,600. I can't tell you how many times we've heard that in the help desk. Why did you knock me out? I was up $5,600. I was never down 7,500. Because on this account, this is a big 300,000 account, I got a trailing threshold of 7,500. And they'll call the help desk, they'll call the phone lines, they'll yell, scream, and cuss at my people, which let me tell you right now, that happens, I will close your account myself. There will not be that. Okay? We're all professional here, we're all grown up here, we don't need to yell and scream and cuss. But in your head, you're going, something was wrong with the system. Because I'd never lost $7,500. I'm up $5,600. Look, it's right here. I get that feeling because I've been through it myself. I get it. But do you guys now understand? You actually did let it come down back against you almost $7,500 to the point you're about to get kicked out. Even though technically right now, this moment in this trade, you're up $5,600 in profit, you're actually way down from where it was. And it trailed. Does everybody get that right there? Because I've seen this numerous times. I was up thousands of dollars, but you claimed that I was down and hit my threshold. I never saw this say negative 7,500. In fact, it said positive 5,600. Do these examples help clarify it to anyone? Is there anyone here that, okay, some light bulbs. Now I get it. Now I understand how it works. And wow.
Order filled.
Boom. See it? Balance got to 303,671, which is lower than the threshold of 304. It killed the account. It closed out those trades. Over. See it? Okay. And again, if you just follow the training setup and literally just have up, first of all, yes, you got to understand how it works. Secondly, just have up our trader and you'll always know to the dollar where it is and you never have to worry about it. You never have to wonder. You never have to be surprised. And you never have to call the help desk and ask them what happened because they're not going to go through it with you. It's your responsibility to know. If you want to go through it, all you've got to do is open your, all you got to do is look at your orders, or all you got to do is open up NinjaTrader and you can go right here to orders and see all your orders. And you can look at the exact time you got in, exact time you got out, looked at during that time, how high did the profit go, the chat box, the phone, the Apex Trader Funding Help Desk is not going to go through all those hundreds of trades with you to walk you through exactly when you were up, when you were this. That's each trader's responsibility to follow along and do that, and to follow along in our trader and have it. Okay? So that's how that works. Now, I want to show you another example. Same day here, earlier today. So this is another account, and I was going long. You see this?
Order filled.
Okay. So this account, okay. Just hold on here. I want to show you a little bit different example. Okay. So right here. So this was a $50,000 account. You see the balance. You see the trail. You see the market's going up. See how the trail is going up because it would have been at 47.5. Now it's at 47.9. Okay. It's going up. Now, market starts to go down. Okay. Now the market goes way down. So my balance is here. If it gets down to here, I get kicked out. Okay? So kind of teeters around, teeters around. So let me pause this real quick. Because we had this profit, because the market shot up and we had this profit long, what did that do to the trail? It raised up the trail, right? The trail went up. Now when the market's coming way down, this is another thing that messes with your head. Is you think, well, I've got $2,500 trailing stop. And right now I'm only down $595. Well, but you've got to take into consideration times that you've been up in your trail. So look, your balance is 48.7. You're going to get kicked out at 47.9. So how much room do you have here? About 800 bucks? But you're thinking, if you're not watching our trader, you're thinking, I'm only down like 600 bucks. I'm good. You cannot just look at what you currently are right now. You have to look at the whole picture and the trail. And you don't have to sit here and worry about it and map it all out. Just look in our trader. Okay? Because as it's coming down and coming down and coming down, if I get to 47,966, I'm out. Right now I'm at 48.3. I'm really darn close. Should I be surprised if it happens? Should I wonder what happened? How did this happen? No, it's right in front of me. It's all right there. Okay? Am I beating a dead horse now? You guys get this? Because this is a big, big thing that comes through. It's a big thing we get a lot of. And it should never be a question, never be a surprise why the account failed, how you hit your trailing drawdown. You must have an understanding of how it works. And you have to just use our trader right in front of you. Okay? The tools are right there. It's not that complicated just to have it up. Okay? And again, the help desk and the live chat doesn't have any other information available to you. If you say, hey, why did this happen? It's right there in front of you. You have the information. If you want to go back through and look at all the trades yourself, you can do it on your own NinjaTrader. We do not do that for you. Okay? Every trader is responsible to have an understanding of it, be using our trader, and if you have a question, you can go back through your NinjaTrader. Okay? So, but again, our trader and Rhythmic Trader tracks all this. The Apex Funding Help Desk does not track all this. It's tracked in Rhythmic and our trader. It's all right there, easy for you to use. Again, if you have questions, rewatch this video about how the trailing threshold works. Also go to the home page of our website and watch Daryl's video about how the trailing works and how he maps it out on the whiteboard. Okay? And then there's tons of information in our FAQ as well. Okay? So I hope that was helpful there to you. All right? So, very simple there. I think you've got it. Should never be any problems or questions. That's how it works. So let's talk about another thing. Let's talk about our industry as a whole. Okay? How many of you here have been trading for more than a year? Yeah, many of you multiple years. Do you guys see what's going on in the world right now with other businesses? No one can get employees, right? I'm down here in Texas. That's how going on here. No one can get employees. No one can hire help. Is it that way for you guys around the country? Y'all have businesses and small businesses that are going out of business or can't even stay open because they don't have employees. Well, if you run your own trading business, like if you're a trader, you're in business for yourself, we don't have to deal with that, fortunately, right? What about these companies that have shipping issues? Because all of these big old ships are stuck out there in the harbors and can't get in to unload their stuff. China can't ship us stuff. So they have shipping issues, and they have what? Inventory issues, right? They have inventory issues. Or other companies have issues, they can't market enough and get customers in their door, right? Every business has their downfalls. Every business has their frustrations and their issues, right? In the trading business, we don't have to worry about the employee issue, inventory issue, damaged goods, shipping, none of that. What issue is it that every single one of you have ever experienced if you've traded for over a year or even a month? Technical issues. Because everything we do is online, isn't it? Technical issues are part of the industry, and unfortunately, it's just something we all will deal with. Not if or maybe, we will all deal with them, and we have to be prepared for them. And you have to treat trader funding just like you would live trading with your own money. Take every precaution and have backups. You will have an issue with your home computer, your trading computer. How many of you ever had a computer issue? Whether it's Ninja locking up, or whether it's your computer, or those damn Windows updates that get me every damn time, excuse my language, right? We've all had that. What about electricity? You had your electric go out at home, or your internet go out at home, or yes, Rhythmic go down, or any other data feed company you have go down, or have a delay, or have a lag, or have a server go down, or NinjaTrader have an issue. It happens. It's going to happen. That is part of this industry, and we have to be prepared for them, okay? And yes, we have it stated in our terms of use as well, explaining that we can't be liable for internet issues or your home computer issue or some other person having a data feed issue. So when you have those things, the help desk and the chat and the phone number are not able to help you with those things or to change something or adjust an account. But we have to treat this just like trading real live money, okay? If you're trading your own live money and your internet goes out at your home and you call your broker and say, hey, I lost some money, my internet went out, are they going to say, oh man, no problem, we're going to go take it away from someone else in the market and give it back to you? They don't do that, right? That's not how the industry works. Trust me, I've been there and it sucks. I've lost live money, okay? And so we have to be prepared for that. We all have to be prepared. It's not fun. We've been there. Just keep in mind the Apex Trader Funding Help Desk cannot adjust things for you or change things for you or fix some of those type of things for you. Now, what about if you're in a trade and you can't close the trade? Okay. The Funding Help Desk does not close trades. Okay. If you're not able to close a trade for one of these technical issues, we at the phone, the chat, the help desk, we do not close trades for you. What is the first thing to do if I'm going to walk you through this. This is exactly how I have my trading office set up, and this is exactly how Daryl Martin has his set up. Okay, now I want to show it to you. So if I'm trading on NinjaTrader and I'm in a trade and Ninja locks up on me, I can't close the trade, right? And I'm scared the trade's going to go against me. Do I hop on the phone and try to call someone and submit a help desk? No. God, no. I'm not dependent on someone else like that. If my NinjaTrader is locked up and I can't close a trade, what have I been harping on y'all about that you always need to have up right here? Our trader, right? Our trader. Not only does our trader show you your balances, not only does it show you, look here, 36, your trailing stop, but if I'm in a trade here,
order filled.
Okay. If I'm in a trade here and Ninja locks up on me and I can't get out of it, what can I click right here under positions in RTrader and see right there? I can see my position. And what can I click right here?
Order filled.
Out. Done. Do you see that? Closed it. So if my NinjaTrader locks up, do I need to be on the phone submitting tickets to someone, or I need to use what I already have literally right up there and get out of the position? That's your first backup. That's your very, very first backup that you need to use is RTrader. That's part of what it's there for. So if Ninja locks up on you, boom, close your trade in RTrader. Okay? I also have, and not all of you can do all these things, I have a backup computer. I have a second computer here in my office that has Ninja on it, that has RTrader on it, and that has a notepad right there with all of my logins ready to go. My main trading computer locks up, and RTrader locks up, and everything locks up on my main computer. Boom, I'm turning my chair, I hit connect, exit. Okay, I have a backup. Maybe you don't have a backup computer, but most of you in your home have a spouse, a child, someone else that does have another computer in that home, or a laptop in that home, or an iPad in that phone, in that home, right? Okay. I also have backup internet service. I have AT&T Fiber. Then I have a local company here, Guadalupe Valley. I have backup internet. If my main first internet goes out, I have a backup internet. Sure, does it cost me $79 a month? Of course it does. Do I care about $79 a month when I'm in a 10 contract trade? I don't. But I've got backup internet. Now, my power goes out. I've got battery backups that will keep my computer on for 30 minutes to exit a trade. But no, I don't have a big generator for my whole house, okay? As a third, I have my cell phone hotspot, right? I have an iPhone. Whether you have an iPhone or Android, you go into your settings, you create a hotspot. It creates a Wi-Fi connection on your computer. You have it set up, ready to go. All you have to do is connect. You connect, boom, close your trade. Okay? Again, other household members have devices. And then as a final backup, which can be even a first or second step backup, Daryl covered this in a webinar a few weeks ago. On the website, if you go right here to Trading Tools, okay, you scroll down right here, you can get mobile trading access through a Windows machine for NinjaTrader. Hop right on your phone and close your trades. Okay? There are multiple backups here that you should have in place as a trader. Okay? Treat it like you're trading your own live money. Take every precaution and have backups in place. The Apex Trader Funding Help Desk, phone, or chat does not and cannot close trades for you or adjust your account balance or technical issue. Hey, I had a problem and it went down $500. Will you add $500 back to my eval account? No, we're not able to do that. Okay? Technical issues are part of the industry, and it's each trader's responsibility to be prepared for them. And we're not able to be liable for those things. Now, some people say, well, you know, if I'm trading a live account through a broker, I can call an emergency number and have them close my trades. Yeah, you ever tried that? Good luck. Been there, done that. Yeah, there was a time or two I got through pretty quick and they closed me out. But you ever had 10 contracts live, real money, go against you while your computer and internet's locked up? And you get on the phone and call the emergency number and you get, please hold, you are next in line. Yeah. When you could have just had a backup in place, connect your hotspot phone and cancel that crap out. Or hop on your phone, mobile, trade, cancel that out. Have a backup. Just like you should have for live trading. I don't care if some of these brokers, oh, well, there's an emergency number. I can hop on and use any of these backup plans, have my trade closed and done and over while you're going to still be on hold. And that's money potentially lost every second. Okay. So you get a lot of questions about tech issues or how to close a trade. Each trader is responsible for that and to overcome those issues and have backup plans in place. Okay. What about payouts? We get some questions about payouts. There's a ton of payout information. Daryl talks about payouts in the video on the homepage. If you visit our FAQ, all you've got to do is go in there and you can just literally type in payouts, or you can go right here. How do payouts work? All of the information is right here. The schedule is right here. How we pay out is right here. Tax information, examples, a full chart based on what size account you have, what you can pull out the first month, second and third, and then everything thereafter, minimum balances. All the information is right there. Okay. The Apex help desk and chat doesn't have any other information besides right there. That's the entire system. That's the entire program. That's how the accounting backend works. It's all literally right there. Okay. Some people say, well, why is it set up like this? Or why can't it be like some other company? Or can you make an exception or change just for me? Or why can't you do payouts like this? Okay. Well, the structure is the structure. It's clearly laid out how our payouts work. Okay. And we're not able to make adjustments to that. We don't have any extra information to give you on that in the help desk. Don't get me wrong, the help desk is there to help you. If you have a question, ask us. But 90% of the time, we're just going to send you right back to right here where the information is, because that's what we have as well. If you ask us a question, we're just going to read this off to you. We're all adults. We can all read. We don't necessarily need someone else to read it out for us, but it's all right here. There's not extra information. Okay. And, you know, you can research other companies. You can research our structure. Our payout structure is one of the best on the markets for long-term payouts and profit splits. Okay. You know, we have structured it like this for a reason. We don't base our payout structure based on what quote unquote other companies do or don't. These policies are set and they can't be changed. And we're not out there for the short period. There's a company out there, they'll let you start withdrawing as much as you want after the first week. Did you know that? You qualify, you pass your valuation account, you get a paid funded account, you start making money in there, you can pull out as much as you want after 1 week. That's pretty cool, isn't it? How much do they keep though? What's the split? Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. 50%. 50%. If you want to start pulling out immediately, they're going to keep 50% for this particular company I'm talking about. Is on? Yep. Don't say nope. Yep. The one I'm talking about? Yep. And most of you know who they are. Why would you ever want to do that? That's not acceptable with us. The trader deserves more than that. I'm sorry. We get traders ask that. Well, can I take out within like just after 1 week and even only 50%? Y'all can keep the other 50. That's fine. Does that sound like a long-term plan? Does that sound like someone that a trader funding company is invested in long-term partnership, or that you as a trader is looking long-term when you're so desperate to try to make as much as you can within 1 week and you want to pay out in cash, you're willing to give up 50% of it? Oh my God, go to a loan shark, right? Like 50%. That's a dangerous place. Hey, that's a pretty good business on this end, huh? Let you take out whatever you want, we keep half? That's a hell of a business for us, huh? But we're not going to do that. And we're not willing to have our traders give up 50%. That's a dangerous place to be in for your trading mentality health. That's desperation. You're so desperate where you're willing to do that, give up 50% just so you can get as much as you need in 1 week. That's going to lead to desperate things and bad trading decisions. And we're looking to set up traders for long-term consistent success plans, right? Not desperation. How many of you have ever tried to trade out of need because you had a big bill coming up or you owed someone money and you were trading out of desperation need and you had to have that money and you had to make a certain amount of trading by a certain time? Yeah, let me know how your trading worked out for you, right? I'm not psychic, but I can tell you it didn't work out well, did it? You weren't making good decisions. You know, in the world of retail trading, and you've heard us talk about this, it's the triple 90. 90% of people lose 90% of their money in the first 90 days, right? Other companies that allow you to take out tons of money that first month and they keep half of it, feed off of that desperation. And then you end up becoming what? A statistic. You become one of those 90%. But we don't do that. Our goal is to set up long-term success, get you through that first 90-day period so that you're not being a statistic. That way, you're disciplined, you're consistent, you've got consistent growth, and you're not just going to be a statistic in this industry. And the 90% of those that don't make it are normally due to not being consistent, not seeing the long-term goal, and not following in through. The 10% that do make it, right? They're not the ones desperate for a get-rich-quick fast track, okay? And that is how our system is set up. This is specifically why we don't do, when people say, well, why don't you do it like these people? I'm sorry, maybe this isn't the place for you, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to encourage people to make bad decisions, to give up half of their money. Sorry, I'm not doing it. Okay? So that is why our payouts are set up like they are. That's why, you know, people say, well, can you change it? And why is it set up like this? And what about like this? We feel we have the best structure in the industry for long-term success. We're not there to feed desperation or bad decisions, and we're not going to do that to our traders. I'm sorry. You should not be willing to give up 50% to these people. Do not do it. Okay? So again, all the information you need as far as how the payouts work are right there in the FAQ, fully written out. This is the same information and the only information that the Apex Trader Funding Help Desk or chat have as well. Okay? So that is a quick run through there of that. So one other thing here, connection issues. Okay? 99% of all connection issues are normally just due to certain steps not being followed or missing one small piece. Like I've talked to a lot of people like, I can't connect. And man, they did a great job. They followed all the instructions. They did everything. There was just one little piece that missed, you know what I mean? And so if you go through when you sign up, you'll get an email that's sent to you. And there's instructions there of what to do next. Setting up RTrader, setting up NinjaTrader. These same steps are also shown in your back office. And if you'll just take a few minutes, I know a lot of times hey, I want to get started and we're eager and we rush through and then it doesn't work. If you literally just take the time to walk through all the steps that are shown in the little short videos, it's less than like 10 minutes to get everything, not even that, to get everything set up and done properly so there's no issue. Often it's just one little thing. Or sometimes a lot of people just assume they know how it works because, hey, I've used RTrader before. I've used Ninja before. I've used other funding companies before. I know, you just go in and plug in a different username and password and you're all good. No, that's assumption, because that's not exactly true, and that can mess up a lot. Okay, so these troubleshooting steps I'm going to show you here, these are the only troubleshooting steps we have. These are the ones that are in the step-by-step training. If you contact the help desk or live chat or phone, all they're going to be able to relay to you is these right here. So it's much faster to get you going just for you to follow through these steps, go through them. That's the fastest way to get connected because these are the only steps that they're going to have for you as well. And these will fix your issue and get you up and going the fastest. Okay. So first thing is Rhythmic or RTrader. Do not, let me say this again, do not, if you're just setting up, do not do anything at all in NinjaTrader until you've first followed these steps in RTrader. Okay. If you currently have a version of RTrader on your computer, let's say you used to be with another funding company that also, worked through Rhythmic and RTrader, so you already have it up on your computer, delete it. Delete it off your computer, download, use the download link that we provide in the email and in your back office to get the latest Apex version. Just delete what you have from the past. Oftentimes, a lot of problems have come in because people have been with other companies or other funding companies, and there's an old link, an old username, an old setting. If you have RTrader on your computer from before, delete it, download the newest version of RTrader from our link. Then you want to make sure, let me pull up RTrader here. Okay. Yep, we're going to exit that. So once you download RTrader on your computer, you want to make sure in the welcome email that you got, you'd have your username and password, but it's also in your back office if you log in. And you want to make sure to type in the proper username and password. And if you copy and paste this over, oftentimes I've seen people copy in a space before or after. Okay. Make sure there's no spaces. Use the proper user ID and password. Okay. Secondly, all right, let me just pull this all up here. What you want to do is right here under System, make sure it says Rhythmic Paper Trading. See, you can click this and there's different things to choose from. Make sure it's Rhythmic Paper Trading. Gateway, again, different things to choose from. Make sure it's Chicago area. A lot of people do everything else right, but oh, I had this on the wrong one. Oh, I had this on the wrong one. Then right here in the market data, just say off. Okay. Just say off. And then after you log in here, put your username and password, just click log in. If you're logging in for the very first time, you're going to have 2 terms of uses to agree to. Nothing will work. Your connection will not work. Nothing will work for you until you've first logged into RTrader and agreed to both of those agreements. NinjaTrader connection won't work. You won't be able to get data for charts, nothing. Some people are like, it's not working, it won't connect. I'm in Ninja, I put this in. Did you go into RTrader like the step-by-step instructions showed you and log in and agree to the terms? No, I know how to use Ninja. So I just went and made the connection. Okay, well again, you got to go through the steps. The connection is not going to work until you followed those steps. Once you go in and you have agreed to both of those terms of uses, then you should be good to go. Okay. Also ongoing, anytime you're having issues connecting, restart RTrader and your computer. Okay. Make sure to keep, your cache cleared. Make sure to not keep Ninja open too long. Close those down, restart your computers. So after you've done that with RTrader, okay, those are the top 4 or 5 issues there on RTrader. NinjaTrader. First thing first, this is a huge one. Okay, we get this all the time. Hey, it's not working. It's not working. I already had NinjaTrader. Okay. If you already had NinjaTrader, then inside of NinjaTrader is a license key. That's what makes your NinjaTrader work. Maybe you were with another funding company in the past and they gave you a NinjaTrader license key, right? Well, do you think that you're going to be able to connect to Apex Trader funding accounts using some other company's NinjaTrader key? Right? Now, you may have your own NinjaTrader key that you've purchased, and you've purchased a live trading key. That's fine. If you have your own live trading key, that's fine. But if you have an old key from another funding company, you need to go in, make sure you go in right here under Help, License Keys, delete that old license key, and input the license key that is given to you in the email and in your back office. Okay, that's the very, very first thing you have to do. Okay. Secondly, under connections, when you go right here to connections, you click configure. Like up here, you have a whole list of what's available. But down here, you have configured. I've seen so many people's computers that have tons of different connections configured in here. Old demo connections, old random connections they're not even using anymore, or an old connection to Rhythmic through a former funding company that was not Apex. Very first thing you want to do is go through here. Any connections that are configured that you are not using, remove them. Click remove. Click remove. If you're not using them, get rid of them. If you already have an existing Rhythmic connection set up in here from some other company, remove it. Okay? Remove it. All right? And as soon as you do that, remove all old connections, update the proper NinjaTrader key. I want you to close down and restart Ninja. Okay? You start fresh there. All right? Then, once you reopen Ninja, you'll go back into your account connections. Okay? Right here. You'll hit configure. And up in here, you're going to find Rhythmic for NinjaTrader brokerage right there. You're going to double click it. You're going to add it in here. And then what you're going to do is go through and you want to name it. Connection name. Do not name this anything that you've ever used before. Any name. You can call this Apex funding, whatever. Do not name something anything you've ever named it before. Do not click connect on startup. Put your username and password right here. Okay. Again, don't copy in a space. Do not click this. Do not click this. Under system, little drop down here. Sometimes the drop down's locked, but it'll say Rhythmic Paper Trading. Okay. And you'll hit OK and apply. All right. So there's not a whole lot of steps there, but if you miss just one of those steps to where you didn't put in the proper license key, or you didn't select Rhythmic Paper Trading Chicago, okay? I'm sorry, that's what that was supposed to say right there. This here is Rhythmic Paper Trading Chicago. If you don't have it set to that, you have it set on something else, then nothing's going to work. You don't have the right username, nothing's going to work. If you clicked one of those things you weren't supposed to, it's not going to work. If you didn't go into RTrader and agree to both terms, it's not going to work. Okay? So those are just the main steps there that are the most common connection issues that we see. It's just 4 or 5 main steps not to miss on RTrader and 4 or 5 main steps not to miss on NinjaTrader, and then you should be good to go. And those are the troubleshooting steps. And all those steps are covered in the initial email, the initial step 1 and 2 setups to get you going. Those are the same troubleshooting steps that the Apex Help Desk or live chat has as well. Again, I'm not telling you not to ask for help. If you need help, ask for it in the help desk. The help desk is there to let you know where to find the help you need. I'm just saying this will get you going a lot quicker than waiting on someone else, because it's really not that many steps to do. Okay? They'll fix your issue and they'll get you going the fastest way possible. It's easy to miss one of those steps. Just make sure it just takes a couple minutes to go through them. Okay? And again, this is all laid out as well in our FAQ. Okay? So guys, I know we've gone really late here. I hope for those of you, especially those of you that are new, I hope some of those things really helped you as far as some of those troubleshooting things. technical issues, but especially with the trailing threshold drawdown to help you know how to understand that, how to be aware of how it works, and how to just take away all the questions, all the issues, all the confusion, and just have our trader open. And everything is right there for you, okay? Because again, you know, the help desk doesn't have any more information for you there. It's all in our trader or in your history of NinjaTrader. So again, like we started off, make sure to take advantage of the huge super sale we have going right now. You can use the coupon code SAVE50, okay? And again, for those of you that might be having, you know, renewals coming up soon, okay? If you want to cancel out, like I said, if you want to cancel out the existing accounts you have that could be renewing soon at full price, and go ahead and just sign up for new accounts at the 50% off and 50% ongoing, you can do that. Save a lot of money on your renewal, start fresh with a brand new account balance, and start fresh with a trailing, you know, trailing threshold. Yeah, use the coupon SAVE50, okay? SAVE 50. All right. Yep, SAVE50. I'm going to put it here in the chat as well. But coupon code is SAVE50. So again, if you want to go in and cancel your existing ones, sign up for the new ones at a much cheaper rate. If you had paid for them by PayPal in the past, you might just have to go into PayPal, log into PayPal to cancel it there. But take advantage of that. Okay. So yeah, you do, guys, very important. You don't need to make a new login. You don't need to make a new account on the Apex Trader Funding website. Okay. Use the one you have now. Go to Apex Trader Funding, log in with your username and password, go in and cancel your existing accounts, and just right there from the back office, sign up for new ones. You don't need to go make a new unique, you know, username and password for the website and create a whole new user account. It's all under the same user account. You just cancel your eval accounts, billing for the future, and sign up for new ones at the cheaper rate. But don't create a new one. Okay? All right, guys. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for staying on so late. I'm going to let y'all go now. We will see y'all tomorrow. Hope y'all have a great trading day tomorrow. Hop on and take advantage of the sale while you can. Okay? Thank you so much, guys.